Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about a pretty big shift that's happening in the sales world. It's this move toward the high stakes but also high reward world of commission-only sales. It's all part of this bigger trend, the gig economy and people just wanting more control of their careers. And that really brings us to the big question, doesn't it? Can you really make more money by giving up a steady paycheck? It sounds kind of crazy. But for a whole lot of sales pros out there, the answer is a big yes. So let's dig into how that actually works. All right, first things first, let's talk about the promise here, the big idea. Because this isn't just about getting paid differently. It's a whole new way of looking at your career, especially for top performers who are tired of hitting a ceiling. They're chasing control. And yeah, a much, much bigger paycheck. So this is the deal. This is the fundamental trade-off. You're swapping that sense of security you get from a regular salary for something else entirely. A system where your income is tied directly to what you produce. There is no cap. The better you do, the more you make. Simple as that. Okay, so let's follow the money. How does this all shake out on a spreadsheet? We're going to break down the actual mechanics of why these commission-only reps can often earn way more than their friends who have a base salary. Well, a huge piece of the puzzle is the commission rate itself. Just look at these numbers. A salaried rep might pull in, 5 to 10% on a sale, but an independent rep, since the company isn't paying for their salary or benefits, they can offer way more. We're talking 15, 20, sometimes even 40% or higher. All of a sudden, every single sale you make is worth exponentially more. And what that really means is you're no longer stuck in some corporate salary bracket, just waiting for your next promotion to get a raise. Your income grows because your results grow. The best people in this field aren't just making a little bit extra. They can literally double or even triple what their salaried peers are making. You're in total control. Now, this is an absolute game changer. Residuals. This means you get paid again and again for a sale you made months or even years ago. So think about something like a software subscription or a factory that keeps reordering parts. You do the hard work of closing the deal once, and then you just build this growing, stable income that comes in every single month. Oh, and it gets even better. See, if you're a salaried employee, you sell one company's products. That's it. But an independent rep, you can represent multiple companies. Imagine you sell medical supplies. You could walk into a single hospital and sell them 3 different, non-competing product lines from 3 different companies. You're making every relationship you build so much more valuable. So, as you can see, the money can be huge, but this isn't just about the money. There's a totally different mindset you have to have. So let's dive into the entrepreneurial side of all this. This quote really just hits the nail on the head. You're not an employee anymore. You're an entrepreneur. You're not just following a sales strategy someone hands you. You are the strategist. You're running your own business, plain and simple. And that freedom comes with some pretty serious perks. You can switch up your strategy on a dime without waiting for 3 levels of management to approve it. And check out that last point because it's a big one. By not having all your eggs in one basket with a single employer, you're actually building a more secure career for yourself. So how do people actually do this? Well, there are really 2 main ways to go. You can be a true solo act. You handle everything, you build your own business from scratch, and you keep every penny of the commission. Or you can join a sales agency. They'll handle a lot of the back-end stuff for you, but you'll give them a cut. It's that classic choice, right? Total freedom versus having some built-in support. And this all leads to a kind of weird, counterintuitive idea about what job security really means. A 9-to-5 job feels safe, right? But if that one company has layoffs, you're gone. An independent rep who has, say, 10 different clients, losing one of them stings for sure, but it's not a catastrophe. That's a different kind of security. Okay, so we've talked about the incredible potential, but let's get real for a second. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. That first year is absolutely critical, and you have to have a smart strategy to make it through. You have to go into this with your eyes wide open. You are building a business from the ground up, and that means, almost for sure, your income is going to take a hit at first. The goal isn't to make a ton of money in month 1. It's about building something that's going to pay off big time down the road. So how do you survive that initial dip? You build a balanced portfolio. Step 1, you got to get your bread and butter money locked down. These are products that sell fast and have recurring commissions, just to cover your bills. Once you have that cash flow, you start layering in bigger products that take longer to close but have a much bigger payday. And finally, You can go after those massive long-term deals. All right, now listen up, because this might be the most important rule of all. It is absolutely non-negotiable. You do not, I repeat, do not do any work for any company until you have a signed contract in your hands. It protects you, it protects them, and it makes sure you actually get paid for your success. And that contract needs to be super specific. You need to know your exact territory. Are you the only person selling there? The commissions have to be spelled out. How much and when does the check arrive? You also need to know the term of the agreement, and this is so important, your post-termination rights. That's what makes sure you keep getting paid for the business you brought in, even if you part ways. So when you boil it all down, it comes back to this one core trade-off. On one hand, you're giving up the predictability of a salary and corporate benefits. But what you're gaining is, well, it's huge. The potential to earn as much as you possibly can, total freedom, and a new kind of security that's built on your own efforts. And that just leaves us with one final thing to think about. In today's world, with companies always changing and restructuring, is taking on that calculated risk of building your own business actually the safest career move you can make? Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it?